You're tuned in to Ask the Good Doctor, live each and every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Central, and 10 a.m. Pacific. Dr. LaJoyce Brookshire is here to answer your questions live.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Ask the Good Doctor. I'm Dr. LaJoyce Brookshire. We are here to help you attain, maintain, and reclaim your perfect health. Please jump in with me. I'd love to have your comments. I'd like for you to like, subscribe, and most of all, share this vital life-saving information. Join me on Twitter at Ask the Good Doc, on Instagram and Facebook at Ask the Good Doctor. And if you ask me a question, I promise I'll get back to you. Today, I'd like to have a little chat with you regarding a very much overlooked premise within the medical community. And it's something that I learned long ago when I was a student of the great Dr. Fred Burton. And he would always tell patients, your biology does not dictate your biography. I'm going to say that again. Your biography does not dictate your biology. That's right. What does that mean exactly? And here is what it means. Biographically speaking, we like to blame health issues on, well, mom and them had this. My mama, my grandmama, my uncle, they had this disease. And my grandfather on the other side of the family, they had this disease and that disease. Biographically, we are related one to another. That is our biographical background. Many medical professionals like to take your biographical background and utilize it to dictate what your biological future may be. I want to say something about that. There is a good reason to take biographical history. Yes, there is. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason is because we are creatures of habit. If we have grown up eating the collard greens with hog maws, back fat, bacon, and all kinds of smoked kind of products that have nitrates and nitrites, it is very likely that you will make your collard greens, your string beans, and all of your vegetables, your cabbage, the same way. If there is a history of even lacing vegetables with these kinds of negative food stuffs, then the body's going to eventually retaliate. That is for sure. You do not have to be a victim of what mom and them, grandmom and them had. What we pass down one to another are recipes. We really don't pass diseases because I am a contender that yes, you are what you eat. Yes, indeed, you are what you eat. And if you eat what grandmama and them, granddaddy and them, and auntie and them had eaten, then you are going to have the exact diseases that they have. Here's a case in point. In the Black community specifically, in the Black community, we are known for taking in other family members, yes? And being raised with family members or being raised with extended family that are not even our family members by biography. but we count them as family members because they're a part of our village. So if someone else comes into the family fold who is technically not related to you, yet if they start sitting down at the family table and eating exactly like the family members eat, they too will come down with the same diseases of mama, grandmama, and auntie now. It's inevitable. So the proof is in the food, not the biology. What you have, if grandmama nem, auntie nem, and mama nem have a certain disease, you have a unique opportunity to turn around and walk in the other direction. Here's a true story. My father, my Bo Daddy, beloved to me, he died of cancer and diabetes. And when he was diagnosed with the cancer and they gave him a surgery that took out his colon, where he had to poop in a bag, he had to change a bag every day because he no longer had a colon. They took out his anus and his rectum because he had cancer in all of these body parts. And the doctor and all my brothers and sisters sitting in the hospital room, the doctor pointed to all of us and said, if he had these diseases, you all are next. And I ducked out of the way. I said, don't you point your finger at me, because I don't eat a pack of hot dogs a week. I don't eat a package of bologna every couple of days wrapped in Kraft cheese food. Sorry, Kraft. Cheese food. It's not even really cheese. It's cheese food. Y'all do know that's fake, right? Okay. So I just want you to get a load of that. That cheese food is not real cheese. Understood? Got it. All right. I told the doctor, I don't do these things. I don't drink 2 liters of pop every 2 days. I don't eat all of these cookies and everything that my father used to eat. And he said, oh my gosh, does he do that? And I told the doctor, shame on you for not knowing. So don't you point your finger at me when you say those things. And when he was so busy casting our fate, what we had is an opportunity to change. If that was your trajectory, you have the same opportunity to make those changes. And this is why I say your biography is not your biology. You can single-handedly change your biology starting tomorrow. And all you have to do is walk away from the things that you know killed your family members, because you see it presented on the table every single day. If you just stop to think about that, how we eat ourselves into death, or you can, but you can eat yourself into death just as easily as you can eat yourself into life. It is easily done. And quite honestly, it is just that simple. So when people are making a big brouhaha about how living a healthier lifestyle is so difficult, I want to say to you, stop that. It's not difficult. For the sake of your health and for the sake of your family, it is not difficult. So don't resign yourself to, well, I'm going to eat whatever I want to because eventually I'll get sick. No. Or I'm going to eat whatever I want to because everybody in my family has this disease and that disease. No. You break the mold. Let it start with you. Get off of those beans and rice every single day. Get off of that. That is not any good for you. Put some vegetables in your diet. And then we have the people who are jumping off ship of not eating any protein at all and adopting a vegan lifestyle. Now, I don't want y'all screaming at me for this. This is my personal opinion after years and years of study. Veganism is good for a short period of time if you will eat vegetables, okay? Most of the sick people who come to my office are subscribing to a vegan diet. Why? Because they're eating fake food. They're eating poured eggs out of a carton that if you read the ingredient list, you cannot pronounce it. They're eating that impossible Beyond Meat 3 meals a day. Listen. If you really want an egg, eat the egg. It's a perfect food, I promise. All right. But I understand the notion of not wanting to digest or ingest anything that ever had a mother. I understand that concept. But make what's on your plate green. Stay away from all that starch. I digress. That's another whole show. And I promise you I will get to that. However, be careful when doing that because cornflakes with Coca-Cola is a vegan dish. Okay? Watch what you're doing. And if you're going to subscribe to a healthier diet, please make sure that you at least add vegetables. Okay, I think I've said enough about that already, all right? Because that will change your biology all by itself in a really good way. I've told you my true story about my Bo Daddy. And this also is the story of my family that helped a lot of people in my family get on board to a healthier lifestyle because they started looking at me saying, oh, then maybe you're not such a little freak after all. If your family could call you a little freak, anybody could call me a little freak. I've been called a little freak for a long time. But I started to get the questions about, okay, so help me do this. We need to turn this around. We don't want to end up like Daddy. This is a unique opportunity to change. I welcome your questions. I welcome you for a 1-hour phone consultation for a healthy new you. Please send me an email at drbrookshire@outlook.com if you need some help, and I know a lot of you may. It's hard to lay down things that families have been doing for years and years and years. It's tradition. And it's okay to have some of those things every now and again at holiday time. I know people who've stopped eating pork, but they'll eat pork when they come together with their family and have that holiday ham. It won't kill you. However, do detox after you do that, okay? But it won't kill you. A steady diet of the junk, though, will in fact kill you. Stay tuned on future shows to come because I'm going to break down that accumulation factor for you. I think I'm going to do it next week, all right? Thank you so much for joining me. I want to thank technical producer Christopher Green, supervising producer IW, and announcer today, Chris Brown. Don't forget to let your eyes shine, cut back on that wine, get good food fast, and go easy on the greasy. Until next time, I'm Dr. LaJoyce Brookshire, here to help you attain and maintain your perfect health. Let's do it again next week, okay? God bless you.